Hello and welcome back to Keldeo60 Plays Super Metroid, and specifically Part 5. Today we have a strange instance of post-commentary. Normally I typically record my commentary live, however, apparently due to Windows updates, all my settings went out a little out of whack, and it did not record my mic. So, here we are. Today we're pretty much going through and getting stuff post power bombs. Down here, we will be getting. There is a unique item down here. Well, not unique, but you need power bombs to get down here, and there is an energy tank as well as a super missile capsule. In front of the energy tank is a bottomless pit, technically, because it has the fall through blocks that are supposed to be impassable the opposite way. It is possible to look at it. That's why I turn off the wave beam here to show that. I'll also be turning off the high jump boots because there's a spiky hallway up next to figure out where it is, and then I get lucky and I hit the left wall on the opposite end of the pit and just single wall jump up and into the energy tank. Below that pit is a save room, should you need it. Trust me, that spiked hallway, if you're not used to it, it hurts. It hurts. Then we just speaking a little faster than the video due to the fact that I'm literally recording this post video, so I am literally not watching the video at all in time with my recording of the commentary, so it's a little off. Sorry about that. But here's also where you're gonna see a lot of the ice beam being really useful with these creatures. I don't even know what their names are, because this is the only game I think they appear in. But as we continue going through, we slowly but surely get into this room. This room is where you originally are told about the wall jump. And with how they teach it, it is the standard idea of the wall jump, which is one wall, which is two walls. Not the Mega Man X idea of scaling one singular wall. And I missed. I'll miss again and I will eventually end up falling all the way back down this tunnel, because for the life of me I can't wall jump. Also, right here is a morph ball tunnel, which is completely obvious. In case you can't if you can at least wall jump up there but you're having difficulties, that is your quick escape. However, we have to go up here because there is a power bomb expansion in that upper morph ball tunnel. I know these enemies not enemies, but helpful creatures have a name. I don't remember what it is. Oh, and I need to correct something from last time when we first came over here. There's a speed booster thing that I told you to avoid if you're low on health, because it requires Shine Spark. The room at the end of it is an energy recharge room. So technically you can go through it and not have issues. It just wastes time. If you're in a hurry trying to get to the safe room, I wouldn't do it. There we go. There's the power bomb. Expansion. Now fully within our grasp. But I think I'm going to take the time to say thank you all for any and everyone who has been watching my videos, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. This is more so, as some of my other videos go, I've gone on to say, is more so a side thing I like to do. Along with, if I can, do stuff on Twitch in terms of streaming. That has been on hold just because of the inconsistencies in my schedule. But here on YouTube, it's easy enough as is. Though I really need to get back to the other one, because that's at least a playthrough I can have in the wing. A couple playthroughs or extra videos that are in the wing. It means a lot though that, because I originally did this because I'm not necessarily the best in terms of public speaking. And here's the bird friendly animal that you see in Fusion, if you remember that. And he essentially just tells you how to shine spark if you don't already know how to. The only thing he doesn't tell you how to do, which is literally, we're gonna even go over this in a little bit, because doing a direction other than vertical is like impossible in this version, in this game. Something I hope if they do redo this, they make easier. Specifically the Zero Mission variant of the speed booster, because that's a good time. However, as I said, I'm not really the best public speaker due to a couple reasons, but mainly I am all over the place when my mind's all over the place when I'm in a topic. So I can go from one topic to another and then still want to talk about the previous topic still. And there is no really difference between them. It's something I'm still trying to get used to. And then there's the times where I'm trying to say something and then I completely lose all manner of words. Okay, here is where we are going to see the most blatant version of trying to do a shine spark of a direction other than vertical. Because I am about to try to attempt to do a horizontal shine spark into this area in the area right below where I'm shooting right now. Or, yeah, roughly right now. It is a little on the finicky side, especially because this is a very short spot for the shine spark. For the speed booster to build up, you get just enough space. I'm only going to do this a couple times. I'll at least get it there to the point where it is. I did see this actually occur once. I'm going to sell out a different channel because this is the channel I watched it in. The Runaway guys, when Proton John and Nintendo Capri Sun had Chucka Conroy finally play fully through Super Metroid, and he pulled off a horizontal Shine Spark right here. Or at essentially this point. And I tried pulling it off. Getting the horizontal Shine Spark to occur at all in this game is a chore. Also, always make sure you have at least 2 power bombs. Unless you want to grind that room for power bombs. Always make sure you have at least 2 power bombs before coming down here. Oops. Sorry about that. Hit the mic. Though you probably won't hear it because I'll most likely cut out that portion of audio or silence it completely. Now we're finally gonna get this one again. Go after this one again. Trying to get this curve in is hard. There we go. Essentially, this is also how you technically do the wall jump normally. If you do this one normally, I think you need both the ice beam and a later power up, but I still technically don't have. But if you do the wall jump method, technically you're just supposed to jump in there. You'll land in a crouching position because you can't stand, and then you just throw into the morph ball there. There's a couple instances in Metroid where that's actually a great way of getting to a morph ball tunnel. What is my now we're gonna get another power up at nope, actually no, we're not. That is next part. Because of some very spiky hazards, to say the least. But and I'm thinking ahead. But I enjoy the game I'm playing. It's not, I'd rather play Zero Mission before this. I mean, while I don't like Fusion, I prefer Fusion in terms of control a little more than Super. Mainly due to the fact that some of the limitations of that system actually actively come in handy. Oh, we finally are doing this again. This is the classic design of, especially if you watched my Zero Mission playthrough from beginning last year. You may remember I did this in Chozodia as well. That was actually a homage to this game after, because it came out after this. It's a quick way to get to Meridia. And this is where I decide I was initially planning on trying to do Meridia early. Because the next boss is weak to a power-up you get at Meridia. For returning from Return of Samus for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, is the Plasma Beam. And the Plasma Beam, for some weird reason, instant kills Crocomire, which is our next boss. And I screw up the thing. Guess what? There's not enough room. I know there's a way back from here because I'm thinking the ice beam room. I forget that small two block pixel room is there. Let's wait till I hit the power bomb, because obviously at this point... So yeah, there was one right up there. If you already had everything required, you could just come back down and after the ice beam and just start going here. Which is a little leeway to speedrunners, even if it wasn't intended. I attempt twice to go after that missile, because this every platform in this room is one of those stupid fall throughs. The true item you want here is also a returning item from Samus Returns and Return of Samus, and also in Meridia. So, and way further out than... Actually, more plausible... Actually, no. Because you need the upcoming item for it. For that. So I can't even get it now if I wanted to. There we go, there we go. So yeah, apparently, if you accidentally freeze an enemy during a Shine Spark, it will cut it out. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Zero Mission and Fusion, if you froze an enemy with either the ice missiles or the ice beam, this was not an issue. But I did mention him because we were coming up to him. In the room below is our next boss. Right down here. And it is, after I super missile the door, because a lot of my pauses in this video were originally me speaking about what's to come, which is a little easier to do when doing post. But here is Crocomire. I mentioned him earlier with the plasma beam trick, which there are videos on YouTube, here on YouTube, of the plasma beam absolutely murdering. Because essentially, the programming behind both Crocomire and Kraid is essentially a wall. Is a doomsday wall scenario. And how Crocomire works is he goes back a step for a beam, a beam charge, 2 for missiles, 5 for super missiles. However, due to how also a different programming works, if you have the plasma beam and you fully charge it, there's this weird puff cloud going to this wall. Wonder what it gives. I don't like the things shaking. And bang. Oh, there's the bones. But anyways, as I was saying, the plasma beam is supposed to pierce enemies. Similar to how the wave beam pierces through walls in 2D. That's just how it's supposed to work. So, because of Crocomire's hit detection as both an enemy and a wall, it instant kills him. It's broken here. But as you also notice, Crocomire had the most graphic depth in, I think, all of Metroid. I think it's definitely up there. Actually, I think it is the worst death in Metroid. I mean, maybe Prime? Metroid Prime? Because it spazzes out due to being uncontrollable due to the amount of phasonic energy coursing through it. But I couldn't be too sure. Behind this red door is another item. Item is a missile tank, if I remember. It's essentially a speed booster room. It's also a nice recharge room if you're low on health. Alright, and ammo. And I'm going to try for another missile tank, but I'm not going to get it now. And as I state in the original commentary that is lost to the ages of time, I will, after the couple attempts I'll do here, I'm going to get that item off screen because we at least see what item tank it is. And I couldn't do the intended method or the normal speedrunning method, so I'll do the second intended method, which is come back at a later date with a different power-up. And another, literally, Meridia holds every power-up other than the Spacer Beam in its grasp for items you need to collect, but the Space Jump is what I'll be using to get it now, and that takes away entirely from the guessing game. The issue is, though, I was starting to run low on health after the couple attempts, and I'd even come back and do it after I get the intended thing and still fall down here before I say, oh, screw it. But back on the gruesome deaths in Metroid, yeah, I think Rockmire is still the worst. All the other ones in this game specifically die or explode. The original and the original Return of Samus was just their sprites blowing shattering. Zero Mission, it's explosions again. Fusion is not really anything graphic in terms of anything. Grapple Beam, it's literally only uses this in most games it appears in. This game, it actually is a weapon. So that actually still technically counts as an electric beam. And I will actually be getting use out of this weapon later. And in an actual boss fight, so, which will be fun. One of the few times, it gets that honor, to say the least. And, I mean, I get close to doing it the speedrun way, which is just wall jumping up the wall. I just don't have the precision for that. Because, it's not... This one... Super Metroid is still technically in between the slow hang time you have off of Fusion and the snappy response time you have in Zero Mission. Because if this was Zero Mission, yes, I could probably get that wall without a doubt. It's because it's not. There's still a degree of floatiness in this game that isn't there in Zero Mission, that it doesn't really work. However, this will be, I believe, the last attempt at this missile. Yeah, because I immediately fall. The issue is how I have my controller still set up, because I never fixed the controls after my last change of the controls. So Y is shoot, A is jump, A is dash, B is jump. And this is why I like Zero Mission without the run button, because the run button removes. I go for it, and item, and then the complete opposite of Castlevania logic occurs. Cancels forward momentum entirely due to an enemy hit, rather than sending me the other way. The lava's taking a toll on my health, so I'm like, and I don't have enough in my reserve tanks to care. So I'm like, okay, let's head out. But I still need this, because of course I do. And then I screw it up anyways. Twice. I didn't even remember the second time. Now I am going to... This one I actively avoid because I have enough jump clearance to get out of there while not using the grapple beam. And this room is literally just jumping. I think if I did it right now and I had took enough damage and did a technique now, I would be able to use it. If you're wondering what, it's called the Crystal Flash. I wouldn't suggest it. It's an unorthodox way of healing yourself. And essentially it will use what happens at end game to heal yourself. Which is weird. And completely unnecessary. After this, there is one more item. It's another, I think it's another energy tank. Just due to its location. It's either a missile tank or a reserve tank. You may remember in the room that we were in before we went down, there was a one of the rippers you could grapple beam to. Well, we'll get that right on like the second or third attempt, and that's the one we shall be using. To get to where we need to be. And there we go. We have it. And nope. Because I hit the ceiling. Oh, free. Third time's the charm, because I accidentally let go of the beam button. And normally, oh no, it's a power bomb expansion. That's right. And if you're wondering why I cycle through the items rather than actively finishing, just hitting the cancel button, I forget that thing exists and just cycle. Well, that's all I'm gonna be doing for this part. Next time we have. It's more item pickup. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you next time for more Super Metroid. Bye!